Hey, my legion, how y'all doing today? I got a very important book review to do, and this is about the tornadoes that hit the Albion area back in May 31st, 1985. And then I found out it was more outspread. I because when the news came on, originally it was Albion, somewhat of Cranesville, including this trailer park. I wasn't living here at the time, and Atlantic in PA, and someone said they wrote a book about this. I was like, no way, no way, no way they'd write a book about this. And apparently they did. I found at the library at a book sale a couple years back. I finally read it, made back in this written 2 years after the fact, and it was written by a guy who is like a contributing writer to Reader's Digest. And this book talks about the weather station, how the weather warnings weren't as accurate and stuff as and how they had more to go upon warning people, and also there's tales of heroism and survival in here I never heard of before, and also I know one of the people, Hershire, he worked with my dad, and he's mentioned in here, and it's a good book. It's not the most of this review is going to be about my experiences on the day it happened. I'll tell you how I experienced it when I was still in high school. And this book right here is pretty good. It's not the stories of heroism and the real true life stories of people surviving in the tornado is really good. The other stuff involving NORAD and people at the weather station is not really much of a page turner, but the book itself is pretty decent, and it's a good way to get additional knowledge about those tornadoes that happened May 31st, 1985. Probably the worst ever in PA history. Uh, so I give the book maybe a 7 out of 10. And there was a big special about 30 years after the storm that was on a few channels and stuff. They have a picture of the Albion area after the tornado hit right there. Whoops. Right here too. And they said it was they said May 31st, 1985, a powerful tornado ripped through the region of Albion, killing 12 and leaving a path of rubble behind. And it said that May 31st, 1985, a mass tornado packing winds of as high as 260 miles per hour tearing through Albion. The storm 30 years ago today was part of the most powerful tornado system ever recorded in the state. 21 tornadoes hit northwestern Pennsylvania and northeastern Ohio, killing 76, destroying 1,309 homes and causing more than $525 million damage. And also there was, along with that, there was also reports of tornadoes in New York and Canada, which I didn't know about. And they got photos in here too of the tornado. Where's it at? See, I should have had that ready. See. And my personal experiences after the tornado hit, people were scared of whenever there was like a storm or something like for the longest time in Albion. They still are. Mention the word tornado and you'll get people's attention. And on the day it happened, I remember going to school. I was still in high school. I was my junior year? No, my sophomore year, I believe. And science class, I remember Mr. Wise was saying this is tornado weather. And I don't know if people believed him or not, but he said it looks like tornado with the way the clouds were moving. And then, I got home from school, and around 5 o'clock, the power went out in our house because we lived up in East Crane Road. It was a few miles from where it happened, and it was weird because the only power that went out was the power in my house and the power in the next door neighbor's Mike Chris' house. And then we found out later on, we went up to the power station a couple days later, and they said that it blew out some fuse and they had it fixed, so we got power back a few days later. Well, anyways, my sister was out there, and she said that Action News 24 the news report van like sped out down a dirt road like about 100 miles an hour. It was going fast. And then about half hour later, my dad was saying, "What's going on?" So we drove down there and like we saw the destruction. And that's back when my dad and mom were still married. It was me, my sister, my dad, and my mom. My dad was walking through and he's all crying and stuff. He saw the church was destroyed. He was crying. And my mother saw a couple injured people. She went to help. And then we had to walk around like fallen wires, power lines that were down. It was weird that we walked through all this a few hours after it happened. Maybe like an hour after it happened. And I was like in shock. I couldn't believe it. And we saw that destruction. It was sobering because you never really thought that tornado would hit around our area. And we end up getting emergency TV, a small black and white one that took like 4D cell batteries. And I remember watching the news that night, and it was they were real taken aback, Channel 24, about what happened and stuff. I was just amazed. And then I was at my aunt Dorothy's, and she said she saw the tornado. It didn't hit her house, and they said that I know Jeff was there. A whole bunch of family were there. Jeff, I mean, way after it was on, and he said that my uncle Eddie Dorr was on TV. It went national. I never saw the footage because I didn't have the power back then. It's on YouTube, and you can see the footage of Uncle Ed Dorr speaking about that. And they even played the footage. They had the footage from YouTube, old archival footage, and it was something else. Yeah, and like I said, destroyed the whole trailer park. And then, we didn't move down here till '90, when I was still in the army, May of 1990. I can't remember the exact date, but everybody was taken back and very scared, and it was something else. And then I remember Atlantic was Amish. The Amish and Mennonite lived there, and I remember driving past there, and like after a month or two, they completely almost had it rebuilt. It looked like nothing happened there. It shows you the strength of the Amish, and it was still messed up. And I mean, I have it. They sealed it off. You weren't allowed in Albion for a long time. They had a National Guard there, and my dad worked in Albion at Roger Brothers. And what he said was he walked down there and he had like a pass saying going to Albion. He worked Roger Brothers. He had to show it to the National Guard. They had like barbed wire, I guess. They opened it up and he drove through. Because, I mean, after that happened, no one was allowed through again, They're afraid of looters and stuff. And it was really an incredible experience. And I remember in the 90s and stuff, like even at work, I worked second shift a long time ago. The foreman shut everything down, and he said there was a big time tornado warning. He said, "Stay vigilant, stay safe." We were at one side, and then one girl was like really shaking. She was scared. I mean, it's people are still scared after all that happened. It was frightening. So there's my review of the Albion tornado. I'm going to give this to this book. To Gloria Shear, Herkshear's wife. I think she'll like it because Herkshear's name is mentioned here 3 times. Eddie Dorr's name is not. My Uncle Eddie Dorr is not mentioned here, but Herk's mentioned here 3 times, and that's mentioned in the index too. Let me see. Oh, right here. I don't know if you can see it. Damn it. Can't see nothing. You have to look down Herkshire. So. Anyhow, I gotta give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, the tales of heroism and survival and not survival, those stories of real people, real interesting here. Some of the other stuff as NORAD and the Weather Service is okay. It's not really a page turn. That's why I have to give it a 7 out of 10, but it's a good book. If you have a chance to see, if you're interested in learning more about the Albion tornadoes back in 1985, May 31st, 1985. Might want to give it a look. Also, you can look on YouTube. Look that up. Then they have like archival footage and stuff. And like I said, they played a really good special on, I know Channel 12 News did it. And then 24, I didn't see what all 24 did. But they did a good job. And so there you have it about the Albion tornado. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. It's just with my dad's death and stuff, I haven't been much in a reading mood. So I'm glad I finally got the book done. I'm going to give this to Gloria tomorrow. So until next time, please take care, my Legion.